Hi everyone, so the last thing we're going to review from this year is just basic factoring, so no leading coefficients, no GCF, just our basic factoring. So we're going to go over, I have an example of each type of problem. So you're always working backwards, so you want to see what multiplies to 12 and adds to 7. So you write your x in your parentheses. What multiplies to 12 and adds to 7, you can list your factors of 12. So 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4. 3 and 4 are what add to 7. So you write them in. Then if your last sign is plus, it means they're the same signs. You look back and they're both whatever your first sign is. So you get x plus 3 times x plus 4. For this one, again, you work backwards. So what multiplies to 16 and adds to 10? So you can list your factors of 16, 1 and 16, 2 and 8, 4 and 4. 2 and 8 add to 10. So we're going to write them in. We have our x's. Last sign is positive, so that means they're the same signs. We look back, they both get the first sign. So you have x minus 2 times x minus 8. Now we have a subtraction sign here. So we have what multiplies to 20 and subtracts to 1. Not adds anymore since we're working backwards. So we have 1 and 20, 2 and 10, 4 and 5. So 4 and 5 subtract to 1. Now when your last sign is negative, that means that your bigger number gets the first sign. So 5 is bigger, so 5 gets the plus. So we get x minus 4 times x plus 5. Here we have x squared minus 3x minus 10. Working backwards, we want to see what multiplies to 10 and subtracts to 3. It's 5 and 2. And when your last sign is negative, it means they're opposite signs. Your bigger number gets the first sign, so the 5, it's bigger, it gets that minus sign. So we get x minus 5 and x plus 2. One last thing is the difference of two squares, so x squared minus 36. They're both perfect squares. So you take the square root of both, so the square root of x squared is just x. The square root of 36 is 6. You write it in both, and 1's plus 1 is minus. So we're going to practice all of this today, and let me know if you have any questions.